Madeline Rivera has more from Washington.
The House voted 216 to 213 to sync up with the Senate and send this bill to the president's desk. The bill formalizes the cuts DOJ has made. It will block $8 billion earmarked for USAID and upwards of $1 billion from the Corporation of Public Broadcasting, which funds PBS and NPR. Some Republicans were worried about Congress ceding its power of the purse to the White House. Ultimately, though, they say the bill is necessary to cut back on wasteful spending. Democrats, in the meantime, warn the bill threatens lives and national security by providing China and Russia with a chance to fill the cuts in American aid.
President Trump paid a visit to Pennsylvania this week to announce billions of dollars in energy and AI investments. And while the state will benefit from those projects, so will America as a whole. Chris Woodard has more.
Elizabeth Stell of the Harrisburg-based Commonwealth Foundation says that if you like reliable and affordable power, you should care about what's going on in Pennsylvania.
We are a major exporter of electricity across the northern seaboard, but more than that, technologies are being created in this state that will help improve AI for anyone who's using ChatGPT and something a little more advanced. And what we're seeing is investment coming to the states, and that's really important because this is a global race. And if you can produce reliable and affordable energy, that's where they're going to locate the data centers. That's where you're going to see the high-tech innovation happening.
Stell adds that this is not just a Silicon Valley thing anymore.
It really focused on private sector investment. It wasn't talking about handouts to a new corporation. It wasn't talking about loans or grants or taxpayer guarantees. It was talking about private investment. So that was very refreshing.
Officials in attendance this week include Senator Dave McCormick and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. And Governor Josh Shapiro. I'm Chris Woodward.
The Gulf Coast is breathing a sigh of relief after a tropical weather system doesn't hit too hard. Robert Ray reports from New Orleans.
Invest 93L, as designated by the National Hurricane Center, is dropping ample amounts of rain along the northern Gulf Coast, but has not lived up to its potential. As we originally thought, it could have turned into a tropical depression or even storm. But the reality is after it crossed the peninsula of Florida, it never really hovered over the Gulf of America long enough to meet those high water surface temperatures that could have fueled the storm to increase. So instead, flash flood watches and warnings in many areas of Louisiana, though all the people that were preparing for something worse are breathing a sigh of relief. In New Orleans, Robert Ray, Fox Weather.
A California-based conservative activist says Gavin Newsom has delusions of grandeur if he thinks the voters are ready to make America California. Chad Groening has more.
When Gavin Newsom decided it was more important to be more than 2,000 miles away in South Carolina than in Sacramento earlier this month, political observers said there shouldn't be any more doubting Thomases when it comes to the governor's 2028 intentions. Kevin McGarry is chairman of the Frederick Douglass Foundation of California.
He has delusions of grandeur, no doubt. He has always had that because he's had his aunt, Pelosi, to help him get through all of the shenanigans in California politics. He is not ready for the national stage. California is an unmitigated disaster. He thinks that with good hair and good teeth, he can get by. He is a silver-tongued devil, and I mean devil literally. He's a demoniac. In my honest opinion, I believe he's possessed.
But Newsom could find it difficult to even get the nomination, with fellow Californian Kamala Harris leading most 2028 Democrat polls. I'm Chad Groening.
Consumers picked up their spending in June after an earlier pullback, despite anxiety over tariffs and the state of the U.S. economy. Retail sales rose a better-than-expected 0.6% in June, the Commerce Department said Thursday, after 2 consecutive months of spending declines. More news available online at afn.net and download the AFN mobile app for your Apple or Android device. I'm Rusty Pugh.
In a recent survey of 1,200 left-of-center American adults, 55% responded that assassinating Donald Trump could be justified. We're swimming in shark-infested cultural waters. Some are suffering from Christianophobia. Jesus said, if they persecuted me, they'll also persecute you. Please give today to help AFA keep equipping you and others to stand for Christ. Help us shine His light into our dark culture. Visit afa.net/warrior.
It's first-time caller day on Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840.
It is first-time callers, so start lining up, folks. If you've never been on the show with us, today could be your day.
So first-time callers only today. Now we're going to ask 3 questions each.
The quack of a duck does not produce an echo. Is that true or false?
That falls under the category of it's just wrong. Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Thanks for listening, and we are live here today. Beats the alternative, doesn't it? Being live. All right, I'm Tim Wildman with Ed Battagliano. Good morning, Brother Ed.
Good morning, Tim.
JJ Jasper just returned home from Africa.
I was in Africa last week, and it's great to be home. Dorothy was right. Hey, when I was younger, years and years ago, I thought that rich people listened to Bose and all the rest of us listened to Sony. Now, looking back, I think that was just stereotypes. I think
Hey, listen, that's a new one.
Stereotypes.
That's a new one. That's a dad joke I haven't heard before. No,
All right.
that was good. That's clever.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Thank you. What a blessing. Yeah, it was amazing.
Now, by the way, the number, it is first-time callers. The number to call, if you've never been on the program with us.
First-time callers only.
First-time callers, you have a shot. And here's how you get on by calling this number, 888-589-8840, 888-589-8840. You have to be 11 years old or older.
Yeah.
But other than that, first-timers, call in.
And JJ, what happens if folks answer the mystery question correctly?
If you land on the mystery question, answer it correctly. Now, you don't know which one it is, but it's going to be one of these original 9 questions. If you land on the mystery question, answer it correctly, you're going to hear this sound. The beloved cowbell. And if you listen closely, that sounds a little bit like Swahili. Not just American cowbell. and you're going to win a really nice AFR ball cap.
Yeah, but now you said they don't know what the mystery question is, right?
Right.
They don't.
They don't know which one of these, but it's going to be one of these original 9 questions.
We know.
But now if they know, they got a gift of some
Oh, yes,
kind.
yeah.
They got a gift, you know what I'm saying?
If they knew
which one was the mystery question.
Yeah.
Am I right? They would have a special talent.
They would have some kind of a talent.
Yeah.
I don't know where it would come
Call
from.
it clairvoyant.
Yeah.
Amazing
or it could be
Kreskin
just
says you can have talent like that.
It's just that kind of extra sympathetic perception.
I think it's sensory. But anyway.
It's a little bit of a joke there. But,
I got it.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. All right. So people are welcome to call and get lined up to be on the radio and ask a trivia question or answer, or we prefer you to do both. This is Trivia Friday, but we also call this
Learning University
right here on American Family Radio. So, Ed, go ahead with your question.
All right. Here are my 3 questions. The famous 1932 movie The Mummy, starring Boris Karloff, was inspired by the opening of the tomb of what Egyptian pharaoh? The famous 1932 movie The Mummy, starring Boris Karloff, was inspired by the opening of the tomb of what Egyptian pharaoh?
Not just any pharaoh.
No, not just any pharaoh.
There's a special pharaoh.
Special
pharaoh. Little did
like
he
Special
know.
K.
Yeah.
Second question, another little trip down memory lane. The famous vampire novel Dracula. Another little trip down memory lane. The famous vampire novel Dracula was written in 18. This old. Who wrote it?
What that is? That's a deep dive.
Literature.
Am I right?
Now,
Literature.
I'm more wondering about this penchant for mummies and vampires. And what kind of pizzas have you been eating?
Right. We're not even near Halloween.
I don't know why, but I
sleep.
didn't sleep too good last night.
Well, I can tell you why.
All right, third question. If
Vampires don't scare me anymore.
They don't?
Nah. I just,
Why?
I moved on.
You moved on from vampires?
Past vampires, yeah, they don't.
Did they scare you when you were a kid?
I don't even budge when I see them on TV anymore. Huh?
Did they used to scare you when you were a kid?
When I was 9. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then you start adulting, and then you get terrified about IRS auditors.
who also suck your blood until you got nothing left.
Bada boom.
All right, third question. If you engage in sternutation,
come on,
what are you doing? If you engage in sternutation, what are you doing? And we've all done it.
And is there a support group? Is there a 12-step program for that?
You do that too much, you go to the hospital. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you could.
Sternutation.
Am I up? Sternutation. My turn?
Yeah, your turn.
Here's what I've got. First question. In which city will you find the Liberty Bell? In which city will you find the Liberty Bell? Second question, Bible question. What are the names of Joseph's 2 sons? Joseph, who, was sold as a slave, he was in the prison, became second to Pharaoh, that Joseph. What are the names of Joseph's 2 sons? Third question, true or false? In 2018, Judge Judy was the highest paid TV host. Is that true?
In what year?
Or false? 2018. In 2018, Judge Judy was the highest paid TV host.
Why do I want to say Judy?
True
Judy,
or false?
Judy?
You can say that.
Judy.
All right, here are my 3 questions. Number 1, after dogs and cats, what is the 3rd most popular pet category in the U.S.? We Americans, after dogs and cats, 65 million households have dogs.
It's all about guinea pigs.
40. Good guess.
Oh, don't say that. I was just blurting that out.
Good guess, but anyway, after dogs and cats, what is the 3rd most popular pet in the U.S.? And it's kind of a category, okay? Number 2, sticking along the lines of 1, 2, 3 here. Okay, so among Americans, the top 4 top 4 meats are obvious. That most popular.
Yeah.
Most consumed: chicken, beef, pork, and fish. I mean, you get those 4. That's 99% of most of. But what is the 5th most consumed meat?
Oh.
After chicken, beef, pork, and fish, and then what's number 5?
That's one of those things like JJ.
I'm gonna write it down
I would
here.
blurt out a couple of things, but I might be right.
Here, right here.
All right, and here's my 3rd question.
Right here. That's what I got.
Okay. It is summertime in America, right?
And winter.
It sure is.
And Africa.
It's winter in Africa?
Winter. Yeah, it's the last
Glad
week.
I'm not there.
Upper 50s, upper 30s, low 40s at night.
Winter in Africa. It's summertime here in the good old US of A.
Yeah.
And I want to know what major city, this is in an obscure place, okay, what major city has the highest average temperature in the U.S. during the summer?
Here in the U.S.?
In the United States, what major city has the highest average temperature?
That's a good question.
In the summertime.
Well, it's not really the heat. If it's a dry heat, so we need to factor that in when we try to come up with the right answer.
The dry heat, like an oven.
It's a dry heat, like an oven. Isn't that what they always tell us?
Yeah. Are we ready to go here?
We're ready.
Let's do it.
Let's rock and roll.
All right. Hey, guess what? We're going to Washington State.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. And looks like Carolus, not careless, but Carolus. First of all, welcome to the program. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Hello, sir. I think it's Carlos.
Carlos. Okay.
So that's a big difference. Right there.
Yeah.
You just
I'm not gonna throw our call screener under the bus.
It says Carlos.
No, it was my fault.
She just changed it. I mean, or it could be a he. I don't know. I'm not giving out a name.
Let's restore some dignity to this show.
Carlos, sorry about that. All right.
No worries, gentlemen.
Welcome to the program.
Tell us where you live there, Carlos.
I live in a small town, Steilacoom. You may have heard of it. My wife called a few months ago.
Okay.
Oh, wonderful.
It's just south of Tacoma.
Yeah,
Okay.
Right?
one of my son-in-laws grew up in Tacoma.
Oh,
Yeah, good area there.
One of our radio stations, first radio stations we ever put on the AFR network was Sunnyside.
That's right.
Sunnyside, Washington. But that's not near you. That's on the other side of the state, right?
I believe so, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not from here. I'm stationed at Fort Lewis,
Hey,
or
thank you
now
for
known as JBLM.
Thank you for your
Gotcha.
service.
All right, Carlos,
Oh, my
ask,
pleasure.
answer, or both? What do you want to do here?
I'm going to do both.
Okay.
And I'd like to go with, I'm liking Tim's questions, but I'm going to have to answer the biblical question, Joseph's two sons.
Good. Great way to start
Yeah.
us out there, Carlos. Here's the question. What are the names of Joseph's two sons?
And that would be Ephraim and Manasseh.
Nicely
All
done.
right,
Nicely done.
Is that how we get like the town in Virginia, Manassas? Is that where that comes from? Is that a biblical name?
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know, but it's nice. It's pretty interesting how Jacob acknowledged them as tribes and took those children on as his own children. A whole lot of wonderful
How'd you know that,
history there.
Carlos?
Oh, well, I'm just reading through the Bible. I try to go through it every year. It doesn't always happen. But I just finished Deuteronomy, and I'm in Joseph and talking about this division of the tribes, and that's the tribe that was split, Joseph.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when Jacob, when
Yeah.
he was giving out his blessings, if you think about it, then Joseph said, "Here's my sons," and he crossed his hands. No, you're putting your hand on the wrong one. And Jacob might have been remembering back when he and his mom conspired to trick his dad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's a whole lot in those.
So you're
stories.
reading through the Bible every year?
It doesn't happen every year, but yes, I tried.
Yeah.
I read through it.
Why
in
not?
addition-
Why not, Carlos? Why doesn't
Oh, no.
what's the problem? Why can't we get through the Bible once a year?
Oh, my goodness, Carlos,
Well,
you don't have to
I
answer
guess the
that.
bottom line is sin.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
sin.
You know, we make time for what we want to do.
Oh, my word.
Carlos, and so
Yeah,
I'm just
that's no lie.
I'm just here as an encourager.
Carlos, Tim is
Thank
a
you.
coach at heart. So that whole thing about no excuses and,
It says the man who gives up March 22nd and trying to get through the Bible in a year. It's hard to do.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Hey, seriously, good
Word.
for you
Yeah,
for getting in
absolutely.
the Word, allowing the Word to get in
The
you.
important thing is to read the Bible every day.
Amen.
A chapter, 2 chapters, whatever.
Yes.
Whether you get through it in a year or not, I don't know.
Yeah,
but
it's
anyway.
food.
It's just
it's yes.
all right. Well, go ahead, Carlos. Fire away.
All right. I know tariff talks might be coming up. I've been a long-time listener, and I heard they're coming up. So the question is in regards to that.
Okay.
So
Bring us some tariff
the force
talk.
of a Yeah, I hope to hear
Okay.
it Monday. I can't wait to hear the great good news.
Good.
The force of a man slapped is, and here's your options: 5,000 foot-pounds, 18,000 foot-pounds, or 25,000 foot-pounds.
A man's slap?
Yeah. so
Wow.
when Trump is slapping a tariff, do you think it would be equate to 5,000, 18,000, or 25,000 foot-pounds?
Why do I think about the Three Stooges?
I can tell you
when
why.
I think about slapping around,
Yeah, and if he's
was
got-
it Curly that knows?
Well, and if he's got an additional question about poking somebody in the eye,
Yes,
he'd
that's
be
right.
right there tracking.
Carlos,
So-
do you know who the Three Stooges are? You're probably a younger fella. Do you know who they are?
I am.
Yeah.
I am not younger. I do know who they are.
Okay.
But
yeah.
you're
Actually, I
you're
just
asking
retired last month.
if a average man slaps.
They do those things. You ever see them where they have those slapping contests?
I know there's some
It's
fried chicken
crazy.
makes you want to slap your mama. That's what they advertise it.
Hey,
as.
we got a guess here. I'm going to go
Okay.
with the low number, 5,000 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 18,000 just to be different. I have zero idea though. Tim, what do you-
18,000 what?
Like foot
pounds of-
pounds.
Foot pound.
That's what he's measuring
I'm not
it
even.
on.
I'm not even pretending to know what Carlos is talking about.
Do we
I
have-
guess it's a way of measuring
the velocity,
and
and,
impact.
Oh,
I don't
right.
know.
So it's geometry. What we're talking about here,
Uh,
I think. All right, Carlos. I don't know. Answer. What's the answer?
Well, according to A+ physics, it's 18,439 foot-pounds.
Oh, it's just,
Wow.
Just a guess.
Yeah,
Well,
that's enough to bruise your cheek right there.
No, and nothing happens by accident, Ed.
Is that right?
You got it right because you're living a blessed life.
Oh wow, okay. That's later on in the show when I get it wrong. I'm going to be an indication of what.
Life.
Carlos,
all right, thank you, Brother Carlos.
You did us proud coming right out of the chute as the first one on. And
where do we get that? Where do we get that right out of the chute, JJ?
Thank you for serving our country too, Carlos.
That rodeo stuff?
I think it's rodeo stuff.
Right out of the chute?
Maybe even like a Kentucky Derby or something, because they're
right out of the chute. They have a chute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right.
And then
the chute's open. I got you.
Okay.
You're listening to Trivia Friday on AFR. Tim, Ed, and JJ. Go ahead, Ed. Who's next?
All right, we're going to Tennessee now, and Johnny is on the line. Johnny, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Well, thank you, and good to be on the program with you, esteemed professors.
Well, Johnny, listen,
you for
we try to
us.
Yes, sir.
We try to stay humble.
Johnny, thank you for your honesty. Where in Tennessee?
I live outside of Brownsville, about a third of the way between Memphis and Nashville.
Okay. Hey, you want to ask, answer, or do both, sir?
I will give a shot at both of them.
All right, which one you feel confident about?
Well, there's a couple of them. I think I'll go with the Liberty Bell question.
Here's the question.
The drama bills.
In which city will you find the Liberty Bell?
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Hey! What about that?
If you had missed that, we were going to ship you to Europe there, Johnny.
I don't think everybody knows that.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, he said he was torn.
I was torn between that and the Pharaoh question, and I figured the Liberty Bell might have a better chance of winning the hat.
Well, you were right.
You sure were. Wait.
Yeah, the AFR ball cap, which I'm holding up for those watching on the internet, YouTube, or our own streaming service or Facebook. I'm holding it up. We'll send you the ball cap. And, Johnny, that's very good. Yes, the Liberty Bell. And, JJ, your family went and visited that.
2 years ago, we saw it. It was a real honor. And, Johnny, you sound like a guy that might wear a ball cap, so you're going to love this AFR cap.
Well, thank you.
Johnny, fire away, man. What do you got for us?
All right. Last week, later in the show, a caller had a question about a hurdy-gurdy. Can you name a movie, a famous movie, that hurdy-gurdy was played in, and the name of the actor that played it?
All right, hold on just a minute. Hurdy-gurdy, that's not like an internal injury, right? That's
No, here's the deal. Hurdy-gurdy is a second cousin twice removed of the hokey pokey. So it all goes back to roller skating back when there was wooden floors and not that hard surface where you could really hurt yourself.
That's right.
A hurdy-gurdy. Can you tell us what that is? Or does that give away the
Well, y'all had it last week on the show, and it was it was
So what? So repeat the question real quick. Go.
Well, I can tell you what it is.
Yeah, I'm curious.
It's an instrument.
Last week.
It was.
Oh, that's right.
It was an instrument
from the medieval era.
Yeah,
I think. There was an era called medieval. You know that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So what's the question though related to the hurdy-gurdy?
There was a famous movie that someone played the hurdy-gurdy in, and I want the name of the movie and the name of the actor that played it.
Oh, they played that instrument. Okay, I'm clear now.
Oh, man, there's been so many movies.
Where they played a hurdy-gurdy?
Hurdy-gurdy, it's just hard to pick one. You know what I'm saying? Harrison Ford. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That guy could ever more.
That was in one of those Indiana Jones movies.
He was hurdy-gurdy.
Where they were
trying to find the volcano. Started playing the hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah.
And then those Indians came up and saved him. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then the SEALs came and pulled him away into the ocean.
And not the Navy SEAls either.
No.
These are real SEAls.
I don't know. Hurdy-gurdy. I don't know, fellas.
I think we're stumped.
Yeah,
That's the
got
answer.
us, Johnny.
The movie was Captains Courageous, and the actor was Spencer Tracy.
Spencer Tracy played the hurdy-gurdy?
Yep.
Now, Spencer Tracy, you're talking 40s here, right?
Maybe.
40s, 50s?
Yeah, probably 40s and 50s.
Late 40s, early 50s, somewhere in there.
Black and white.
He did play in some movies in the 60s because he played in a very famous movie at the time, probably 67, 68, Look Who's Coming to Dinner.
Mm-hmm. What was that about?
Sidney Poitier. It was a kind of racial thing where Spencer Tracy and his wife, I forget who, maybe Katharine Hepburn, I don't know, but their daughter came home with Sidney Poitier, who is black, for dinner, and it was all about racial things. So anyway, that was in the 60s, but he was mostly in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
And
all right, thank you, Brother Johnny. Appreciate it, man.
Have a great week.
Stay on the phone. We'll get your address.
We're going to put you on hold, Johnny. Sandy will get your information. She'll misspell your name probably, but she will get your information.
That was unnecessary.
I'm just welcoming her to the program.
Yeah, unnecessary slap.
All right, let's go to Texas, and Dirk is on the line. Dirk, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Good to talk to you guys finally.
Well, thank you, Dirk. Where are you calling from in Texas?
Waco, or some people call it Wacko, Texas.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, been there many times, as is JJ.
Howdy.
Yes, absolutely.
Howdy.
Dirk, you want to ask?
Yeah.
My aunt who used to live in Houston told me when I was moving here, she says, well, you better get used to riding horses. I guess she thought it was pretty backwoods here, but it's a nice city. I like it.
It is a nice city. Yeah, you got Baylor and you got the Dr. Pepper where that was invented. You got a lot of good stuff there. The Texas Ranger Museum, whole lot happening there. Hey, you want to ask, answer, or do both, Dirk?
I think I'll do both. Tim had a question about house pets.
Oh,
yes, I sure did. Here's the question.
Going to find out more about canaries.
The most popular pets in the U.S. are number 1, dogs. That's no surprise. No surprise. Number 2, cats. But now we come to what is the third most popular pet, or pet category, you could say, I guess, in the United States of America. What is the answer to that?
I would say it's birds.
Birds are number 5. Birds.
Wow.
Yeah, 6.1 million American households do have birds, like like parakeets
and
canaries, things like that. A lot of our listeners that work in the coal mine, and it's kind of having a pet and a safety
take it home
measure.
with you?
Yeah. Well, OSHA.
So you pack a lunch and pack
That's
a
right. That's right. It's
pack
safety
a what?
and having a canary.
Yeah, because if you don't have a radon detector or smoke detector, you just have your parakeet.
No, canary.
Canary, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so it's kind of a dual purpose. You got a sweet little pet and OSHA approved.
Yeah, and if the canary falls over, you got problems.
Yes, you do.
Go ahead. So that you missed it, but you made a good guess.
That's right. You made it easy for the next person, Dirk.
Birds are number 5. Dogs number 1. Cats number 2. Birds number 5. Okay, go ahead. What's your question for us?
All righty. So the average atmospheric pressure at sea level is what per square inch on the human? So the weight of the atmosphere on our bodies.
29.92. 29.92.
You know,
I'm going to guess 18,000 foot-pounds.
Okay. Is that y'all's final answer?
I think it's
that paid off.
29.92 or 29.96.
Well, I'll tell you what, if y'all would have more meaningful conversations with your wives about such matters,
okay,
like Allison and I were talking about this.
Straighten us out, man.
We were talking about this at dinner, I guess Monday night.
What'd you come up with?
What Dirk's talking about here. And Dirk, what was that second part of the equation?
So,
I want to make sure I'm factoring.
JJ mentioned. He mentioned 29.92. I think he's talking about inches, right? I wanted to know pounds per square inch.
Oh, okay. I've got inches barometric pressure at sea level.
I
said the aviator.
I asked what the second part of the equation was, Dirk. Did you get back to that? What is that? So,
the average atmospheric pressure at sea level is
okay
in pounds per square inch.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm doing the math. and we're going to take a short time out right here, and I'll have you answer when we get back, okay?
Okay.
You got to keep him over?
We'll be right back. We'll be right
Hold on
back.
there, Dirk.
It's my turn.
Here is your host for My Turn, Don Wildman.
6 days before the Passover, Jesus came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, whom Jesus raised from the dead. There they made him a supper. Martha served, and Lazarus was one of those at table with him. Bethany lies on the southeastern slope of the Mount of Olives, nearly 2 miles east of Jerusalem. It was the hometown of 3 very close friends of Jesus, Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. While Jerusalem gives us its view of the personality of Jesus, Bethany presents its view also. It was in this little community that Jesus came to rest when he visited Jerusalem. Following the Palm Sunday events, he brought his disciples to Bethany to spend the night. Here, away from the crowds, he could rest and fellowship with a small group of friends. It was in Bethany that Simon the leper invited Jesus to a meal. While they were eating, Mary broke a very expensive jar of perfume and poured it on the head of Jesus. The perfume could have been sold for more than $300, nearly a year's wage. It was with reckless devotion that Mary loved her Lord. Once Jesus was sitting and teaching in the home of Lazarus. They had just finished a meal, and Martha was busy cleaning the table and washing the dishes. Mary, who should have been helping Martha, had become so enraptured with the words of Christ that she forgot her duties. Martha entreated Jesus to remind Mary of her duties, but the gentle Galilean instead reminded Martha that the dishes could wait while the words of life were being spoken. Jesus was a man of deep compassion, and when told by Mary that her brother Lazarus had died, he wept from sorrow. Being shown the place where Lazarus had been buried, Jesus called him out from the grave and death. This act, incidentally, hastened the death of Jesus by the religious authorities. It was at the graveside of Lazarus that Jesus uttered words which today are spoken at nearly every Christian funeral. Speaking to a deeply grieved Martha, Jesus reminded her of his life-giving mission. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me will live, even though he dies. And whoever lives and believes in me will never die. There is in modern Bethany a church building built on the traditional site of the home of Lazarus. It is called the Church of Lazarus. On its walls are inscribed those words of Jesus. If you visit Bethany today, you will be shown a tomb behind the Church of Lazarus. Here, supposedly, Lazarus was laid only to rise again through the love of Christ. It's a typical tomb, cut out of the rock and containing a burial chamber in which the dead lay on a slab of rock. You know, life makes demands upon us both public and private. We are called upon to express our faith to the masses and also to our friends. It is with us as it was with Christ that we gain strength from our private circle of friends to face the public masses. Whenever we are exhausted from our public duties, we can retire to our small circle of intimate friends for renewed strength. And that is what Christ did often at Bethany.
This has been My Turn with Don Wildman, a production of the American Family Association.
A bruised reed he will not break, and a smoldering wick he will not extinguish. He will faithfully bring forth justice. He will not grow weak or discouraged before he has established justice on the earth. In his law the islands will put their hope. Isaiah 42, 3 and 4.
American Family Radio.
Yogi Bear is smarter than the average bear. Yogi Bear is always in the ranger's hair. At a picnic table you will find him there, stuffing down more goodies than the average bear. He will sleep till noon, but before it's dark, he'll have every picnic basket that's in Jelly Roll Park. Yogi has it better than a millionaire. That's because he's smarter than the average bear.
All right. That's from the Academy Award-winning cartoon series.
Academy Award-winning?
Yogi Bear. Who had some stellar
Yay, boo-boo. There you go, Ed.
All right, so Dirk is on the line with us from Texas, and when we went to break, Dirk had asked, Dirk, give us a question and the answer, please, sir.
So the question was, what is the average atmospheric pressure in pounds per square inch at sea level?
Yeah, Tim was working on the math on that, but his slide rule broke, and he was unable to come up with the full answer.
I was almost there. I don't know. Somebody interrupted me, which happens
you
a
have
lot.
to use an abacus to get the right answer, right?
That's right. He's counting on his fingers, but then when he started taking his socks off, he kind of all protested.
Yeah, we just said it's over.
All right,
Tim.
Dirk, what's the answer?
That's a little awkward. It is 14.7 pounds per square inch.
14.7.
And it's kind of interesting.
Yeah,
it's kind of interesting. You know, that God knew the pressure that was going to be put down on our body, so He made us able to withstand that pressure. Otherwise, we would explode.
Isn't that amazing?
I've seen people.
Actually, we'd implode.
I've seen people that happened to them, Dirk. Usually, it's at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
They exploded.
They
imploded.
It kind of it put a real damper on the rest of my wife and our date.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
You know, you should get a free meal when that happens. You know what I'm saying? You have to endure that.
Should.
Huh?
And, some people just need to put the fork away,
People realize if you come up too fast from a buffet, sometimes you get the bins.
All right, thank you, Dirk. Appreciate it, my friend. Dirk calling from Texas here.
You think that made the scuba divers smile?
I think so. Made me smile.
Get the bins?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So let's go ahead and
reset our questions.
Yeah, I think we need to. Just reset our questions.
All right, here are my three. Haven't even gotten anybody taking a shot at these, but the famous 1932 Tim and his
Tim, how do you go?
Yeah,
and it's loaded with sarcasm.
I didn't say anything
because we've known him for 30 years. All he did was go and we just.
I know exactly what he was thinking.
Acres of sarcasm.
The famous 1932 movie The Mummy, starring Boris Karloff, was inspired by the opening of the tomb of what Egyptian pharaoh? When you hear the answer, you're going to go, that's incredibly easy. Second of all, and I thought about this because I started with The Mummy, and so I got this information. The famous vampire novel Dracula was written in 1897. Who wrote it? And then third question, if you engage in sternutation, what are you doing? If you engage in sternutation, what are you doing? All of us have done it.
And you get what you deserve.
And you
what
do.
I'm saying.
That's right.
Huh?
All right, here's what I've got. First question, true or false? In 2018, Judge Judy was the highest paid TV host. Is that true or false? 2018, Judge Judy was the highest paid TV host, true or false? Second question, what decade was the first Super Bowl played?
Oh, good.
Which decade was the first Super Bowl played? Third question, Phoebe Ann Mosey changed her name after she became a famous Wild West sharpshooter. Which name do we know her by?
Well,
Phoebe and what now?
Phoebe Ann Mosey. That's not going to mean a lot to you, but she became a famous, very famous, legendary Wild West sharpshooter. So what's the name that we know her
Well,
by?
whatever it was she picked, it was an improvement.
Then
Phoebe Mosey.
Phoebe and Mosley. Phoebe and Mosley, that's like a purse thing. You know, like couch.
One of those Phoebe Mosey.
No, it's Coach.
purses.
Sorry, couch. Where did I get that from? Coach purse. You got your Phoebe and Moses purse.
Mosey.
Not Moses.
What?
Not Moses. Mosey.
Phoebe Ann Mosey.
Like the song, Ring Around the
Or
Moses.
maybe like furniture. Doesn't it sound like a furniture store? Hey, let's go down to Phoebe and Moses.
Somebody out
Mosey.
there. It's not Moses. Somebody out there is named
I just
Phoebe
did that
and
to
Mosey.
get a reaction out of you.
And you got it.
All right, Trivia Friday it is on American Family Radio. My questions are as follows. Here we go. Most popular pets in the U.S. are dogs, cats, birds. Dogs being 1, cats being 2, birds being 5. What's number 3?
Which one's ruled out?
Dogs, cats, and birds.
No, the one that he gave the answer that it wasn't.
Oh, he said birds.
Oh, that was birds.
Yeah,
okay.
he said birds. So my
I
second,
thought it might be small people, but that's probably not.
short people got no reason to live.
Probably not legal.
You know what I'm saying?
It's keep short
You
people
keep
from
Short
pets.
people. Short people got no reason to live.
That's an
so-
old song, by the way, folks. For some of you, Tim's not making a moral judgment. That's an
No,
old
I'm
song.
not. And what's short really? I mean,
Exactly. It's relative. It's all relative.
5'3", somebody's 4'11". You're looking down on them, right?
Yeah.
Saying well, you're
I'm
short.
with you.
You're short. All right. So here is my second question. Chicken. The 4 top meats in America that we consume are chicken, beef, pork, and fish. Clearly, that's like 99% of, well, maybe not that, but 90 to 95% of all meat consumed in the country are going to be chicken, beef, pork, and fish. I want to know what the next one is. What's number 5?
That's a great question.
Most consumed beef. And finally, it's summertime in this here country, and I want to know there's one particular major American city that is the hottest place by temperature average.
Hotter than Blue Blazes? Did you say
Yeah,
that?
well,
Hotter than the 4th of July?
I don't know. Blue Blazes, Oklahoma is not
That's
far
pretty
behind.
hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, it's this city. It's not an obscure place. It's a major city, and they are the hottest city in the summer by temperature. And
All right, I'm writing it down, Ed, so I can say
So let's
I
go.
do it.
All right, we'll go to Missouri, and Gary is on the line. Gary, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hello there.
Hey, Gary, thanks for calling, my friend. Where do you live in Missouri?
Oh, I don't live in any town. I live between some towns by Ironton, Missouri.
Yeah,
Irons.
that was only one. In order to be between, you need 2. So if you
This is
could
a rough crowd, Gary.
you could give us the other town, but Gary, that'd be
You
helpful.
can triangulate.
Okay, Lesterville.
All right.
There
we
we
go.
know exactly
Now we know
where
where you are.
Right near the Dollar General, I'm
All right,
guessing.
give us one more that we might recognize.
Bellevue.
Park Hills.
Bellevue, he said, I think.
Or Bellevue.
Park Hills is about 30 miles away.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Good, Tim. I thought you were just making one up.
Well, that's where our station is. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
trying to.
Yeah. All right, Gary, go
He's
ahead.
trying to
Ask,
hone
answer,
in.
answer, or both.
I want to do both.
All right, which one do you want to answer?
The Dracula.
All right,
There we
here
go,
we go,
Ed.
Gary. The famous
From the world of literature.
from the world of literature, the famous vampire novel Dracula was written in 1897. Who wrote it?
I believe that was Bram Stoker.
It is
Wow.
Bram
Nicely
Stoker.
done, Gary.
And that was I mean,
That was a huge hit.
yeah, it goes on even until today. I mean, you know, its popularity.
Influenced all kinds of entertainment, novels, and
Yeah.
so forth.
Did
I
you
didn't
read-
realize it was 1897 when I
Wow,
looked it up.
that had longevity.
Did you read it, Gary?
I've got the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But the movie based on the novel, right?
I've got
Bela Lugosi.
I've got my hand covering my neck. I'm not superstitious or anything. It's just that movie really did have an impact.
Impact on you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, well done,
Yeah.
Gary. Good for you. What's your question for us?
Okay, in the movie The 10 Commandments, starring Charlton Heston, what was the very first scene filmed?
Oh, well, you mean when they did the filming of it?
I'm going to say crossing the Red Sea, and just a guess. Got everybody together and just said, let's do this and knock this one out first.
Probably maybe because it would have taken time, too, to do the special effects after the
right,
fact.
to post-production. Yeah, and that's just
That makes
a guess.
sense. That makes sense. Tim, you got to.
I
know
don't
you're still
really have a
working on
guess.
that.
I just know that's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
And
I watched it.
It was really avant-garde. It was really cutting edge for the special effects in that day.
I watched that just this past Easter. All right.
I wish it was longer. I wish that and the one about what was the one about with the Antebellum Home? Gone with the Wind. I wish those two were a little longer. I think they could have said more and had more impact if they were both just a little longer.
Gary, I'm going with JJ's guess.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
The very first scene filmed was when Charlton Heston came off of Mount Sinai.
Oh, that's a good place to start.
All right.
And I read that in Charlton Heston's autobiography called In the Arena.
Okay.
Gary, I heard a little thing where it says, you know you're not reading the Bible enough. And it said, it said, because you were disappointed that Charlton Heston wasn't in the table of contents.
Well, a lot of people for a long time that they when they thought of Moses, they thought of Charlton Heston.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks for listening to AFR. What's your that was your question for us. Thanks, Gary. Have a great weekend.
All right, we go to Oklahoma, and Todd is on the line. Todd, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thanks, distinguished scholars.
Yeah, thank you, Todd.
Yes, thank you for your honesty.
We don't like to draw attention to ourselves.
Yeah, I do want to be honest. I am a first-time caller, but I'm not a first-time attempter. I'm about a trillion-time attempter.
Oh, well, you're still legal.
You've given other people hope. Hey, Todd, what part?
Don't blow it, though.
What part?
You know what I'm saying?
What part of the Sooner State?
I am at the heart, a little town called Norman, Oklahoma, where we've got a football team you might have heard of.
We know Norman.
University of Oklahoma, right there in Norman, Oklahoma.
That's it.
Great area.
So how many games Oklahoma going to win this season? They play 12. How many are they going to win? 10?
They don't call me to those meetings. I miss that memo.
All
but
right.
One thing you got to make sure on your sheet is my name is spelled with 2 D's.
Oh,
and the first D silent. So,
First D silent. Bada boom.
Yeah, it works.
I like it.
I'm thinking of a silent P at the front. It worked for Ptolemy.
Yeah,
yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of words in the English language that we don't have to have those letters, but we put them in there anyway.
I know.
Yeah. So I saw somebody
Weird.
that said they hadn't gotten a lot done. They said, today I've been as useless as the G in lasagna.
Well, go ahead, Todd. Ask, answer, or both. Go ahead.
I'm going to do both.
All right, which one you want to answer?
I'm going to do that Super Bowl question. That just jumped out at me.
Okay. Bring it, JJ.
Here we go. Which decade was the first Super Bowl played, Todd?
It was played in the 7th decade of the 20th century.
Wow. Now, that's a... How about
Is that 1960s or 70s?
Well, you can do the math.
We can't. You're talking to three amigos.
He's right.
I didn't like that attitude right there.
He's right.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, Todd.
I just used my slide. I used my slide rule, and he's correct.
Well, I got my shoes off, so that's why I did it.
Right. Yeah,
70s.
It was
60s.
60s.
Yeah, New York.
But the
New York
7th
Jets
decade.
Was it New York Jets and somebody?
No, it was the first two Green Bay Packers against the Chiefs, and then the Green Bay Packers against the Oakland Raiders. And then the third game was Jets-Colts.
Okay.
So the first decade first Super Bowl played in the 1960s. Hey, nicely done, Todd. What's your question for us?
My question is, you asked about the author of Dracula. Who was the author of Frankenstein?
Oh,
yeah, that was
those two for a while. You just had King Kong, Dracula, and Frankenstein, and that was just about it. If you don't count the monsters that were under your bed, those were the three that kind of kept people up at night.
Frankenstein,
Mary Shelley.
Frankenstein, though, you can hear him coming. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, those big
I wasn't scared of him at all.
Those big heavy boots.
Yeah, your hands stuck out, and you're hitting walls and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, you take a cat who can turn into
A bat that can fly
around
through your window.
That's
and
what
there
you should
he
be
is
worried
in the
about
corner.
right there.
Should be.
Huh? Am I right?
Yo, yeah. No, you're right.
But he's talking to
Mary Shelley.
Todd's asking.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
you know the
goodness.
answer.
Mary
Yeah.
Shelley.
Okay.
You
wrote
make me laugh.
Frankenstein.
Mary Shelley. Okay.
Mary Shelley, that's who. Yeah.
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 What kind of mushrooms
Mary
was she
Shelley.
eating while she was at her royal typewriter?
Actually, that
Thank
was.
you, Todd. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was actually Mary Shelley wrote that. There was a group of writers who were vacationing together. This is in England somewhere, in a home, like
Chalet, probably.
Chalet or
Yeah.
something like that. And they were trying to decide about ghost stories. And they said, "All right, we're all going to go our separate ways, and whoever can come up with the scariest book by the end of our vacation." And they all went. And I forget, there were some well-known writers, and Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein over several
Over
days.
a weekend or whatever. Wow.
And they all said that's the best
One of
of the bunch.
Funniest line. I don't remember everything about this movie, so there's probably some parts I don't remember that I wouldn't. But young Frankenstein, when the Hunchback, what's his name? The actor.
That was.
What was it? Marty Feldman.
Marty Feldman.
And he's explaining to Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
Who's Dr. Frankenstein, right?
Yes.
The movie, right? Where he got the brain from.
Yes.
That scene where he's explaining to him where he got the brain. Where did you get the brain? You went to the. No, he went to the. He was told him you go down to some kind of
laboratory or something.
Well, it's where dead people are.
Oh, okay.
The morgue.
Morgue, I think. You go down there, and you get me a brain because I needed a brain for this.
Your
creation. Creation, and he brings it back, and then the Frankenstein monster wakes up acting absolutely crazy,
yeah.
And he says, "Where did you get the brain? What was the?" He goes, "At the morgue or whatever." Well, what was the name on it? Whose brain did you get? He goes, "Abby."
Abby.
He goes, Abby who? Who's Abby Normal?
Yes.
Abby Normal. So he
abnormal brain.
He put an abnormal brain in the monster anyway.
Now, in our defense, like I saw that in high school or something. So it's a
Young
long time ago.
Frankenstein?
Yeah, so it's a long time ago. So, folks, we are not saying it's
endorsing
and
the-
not
Yeah, don't go out and
endorsing
rent it without doing your own review because
Yeah.
I don't remember everything that was in there. Anyway,
In fact, if you're thinking about going to Blockbuster to rent it, they're not even going to
I
be
just know
open.
somebody renting the movie for the family and then going, "Hey, those guys on AFR told us to
Yes.
watch this."
That's way
Yeah.
long ago.
All right, you're listening to today's issues on the American Family Radio. Well, that's actually Trivia Friday, also known as
Learning University.
Let's repeat our questions, guys.
All right, the famous 1932 movie The Mummy, starring Boris Karloff, was inspired by the opening of the tomb of what Egyptian pharaoh? Second question, if you engage in sternutation, what are you doing? And just as a hint, we all do this. And then I'll add a question, on what continent will you find the Atlas Mountains? On what continent will you find the Atlas Mountains? That's all I've got.
Here's what I've got. First question, true or false? In 2018, Judge Judy was the highest paid TV host. Is that true or false? Second question, Phoebe Ann Mosey changed her name after she became a famous Wild West sharpshooter. Which name do we know her by today?
Her stage name?
Yeah, stage name. And then I'm going to add one. It's a little bit tougher. Miami, Florida sits on the bank of what bay? Miami, Florida sits on the bank of what bay?
All right, here are my three questions. Number one is the most popular pets in the U.S. are number one, dogs, number two, cats. What's number three? That's my question. What's the third most popular pet in the U.S.? Birds were a guess by one of our earlier callers, and birds are actually number five. So we have 1, 2, and 5. What's number three most popular pet in the U.S.? My second question, the four most consumed meats in America are chicken, beef, pork, and fish. That would include shellfish. What is the 5th most consumed meat in the United States? And my last question is, in the summertime, this major city has the highest average temperature. What city is it? And I'm talking about, again, in the U.S. Okay?
Gotcha.
That makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Back to the phones.
All right, we go to Georgia, and Lisa is on the line. Lisa, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Hey there. What's up?
Well, it's a Friday. We're having fun. We're learning a few things. Where do you live in Georgia, Lisa?
Warner Robins, Georgia.
Oh,
right
yeah.
in the middle of the state.
Oh, yeah. I was just in Atlanta Monday and Tuesday. You got a beautiful state. Hey, Lisa, you want to ask, answer, or do both?
I'll do both.
Which one you want to answer?
I want to answer the one about the hottest city, major city.
Okay. The in the summertime, this major city has the highest average temperature. It's almost always cited as it's this hot in this city. What city has the highest average temperature in the summertime?
Would it be Phoenix?
Phoenix, Arizona. You got
Hey,
that right.
what I have written down there.
You got it.
All right, listen. This I think I got this right now. The average temperature. I'm talking about a 24/7. I'm talking about a 24-hour clock.
Right.
Okay, 24-hour clock. Right. The average temperature in Phoenix, Arizona, in the summertime, June, July, August, is 93.7 degrees.
Oh, that's the average.
Good. The average. So at night, you might be getting down to 88. 87, I guess.
Well, and how many times do you have to go triple digits to be a 93 average?
Well, now, I'll say this. My wife and I lived in Scottsdale, which is right next door to Phoenix, for about 3 years. And it wasn't anything for it to be 30 days in a row over 100 degrees or even 110.
Right.
Wow.
It was hot.
How'd you know that, Lisa?
I just guessed about, being in the desert and everything. I thought that's probably it. And then I looked it up to just be sure.
Good.
Yeah. And 93.7 is what I got on the average temperature.
Wow.
That's just crazy.
That's crazy.
Good job.
Good job. So what's your question for us, Lisa?
Well, I was wondering if you all would know the name of the Naval Academy bandmaster who wrote Anchors Away, the United States Navy song.
Which is a great song.
It is. I like it.
Great song. Maybe next week we can play that during our break. Anchors Away. Who wrote Anchors Away? I don't know the answer to that. You guys know the answer to that?
I don't either. Is it going to? It might be. Who's that guy who
Barry
wrote all those
Barry
marches?
Manilow.
Barry
Manilow. Well, you laugh. He wrote a lot of big songs back then.
Yes, he did.
I wish I remembered his name, because not only did he write that, he also wrote 100 bottles of
beer
Dr.
on the wall.
Pepper on the wall.
Dr. Pepper.
That was anyway.
Well, there was some guy who wrote a bunch of marches.
Maybe it's this guy.
And I just can't think of his name.
Let's find out. Lisa, what's the answer?
Lieutenant Charles Zimmerman in 1906.
That's
he
not
wrote
who
it.
I was thinking about.
Are you related to him?
No, I'm
Okay.
not, but my dad was in the Navy. So.
Okay, I wonder
good.
what the naval connection was.
That's good.
Your dad was in the Navy?
Yes, he was.
We're thankful for
I
his
tell you what we'll
service.
do here, Lisa. When we get back from the break in 4 or 5 minutes, we will play at least the first part of the
There you
Anchors
go.
Away.
Anchors Away song
In honor of your dad.
Yeah, and all those who served in the Navy.
Amen. Good.
Okay, Lisa.
Thanks. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening to AFR. Have a wonderful weekend.
Hey, we're going to send you a hat. We're going to send you a ball cap, okay? An AFR ball cap. So hold on.
I'm going to put you on hold.
Yeah, hold on. We need to get your address, okay? All right. We'll be back momentarily. Stay with us.
The views and opinions expressed in this broadcast may not necessarily reflect those of the American Family Association or American Family Radio.
faith, family, freedom. American Family Radio.
Sometimes being an insider means you understand the joke that only certain ones really know. Other times, it gets you into exclusive places. As an AFA insider, you'll get information about issues and policies that can dramatically impact our families and our Christian rights, and you won't have to travel to D.C. or even dress up to get it. Find out more and sign up at afa.net/activism.
This is American Family Radio, a listener-supported ministry of the American Family Association.
American Family News, I'm Rusty Pugh. The Department of Health and Human Services says billions in potential fraud or abuse have been identified as they claim millions of people have been enrolled in more than one publicly funded health insurance system.
As many as 2.8 million people may have been enrolled both in Medicaid and a health plan via the Affordable Care Act exchanges. Those health plans are heavily subsidized by taxpayers. This discovery was made by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the arm of HHS responsible for policing medical billing practices, among other things. The Affordable Care Act, championed by former President Obama, directs people seeking health coverage either to Medicaid or to the exchange plans based on location and income, but people are not supposed to be enrolled in both. HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. calls it an example of abuse and fraud costing taxpayers $14 billion yearly. Eben Brown, Fox News.
U.S. border agents are assisting with deportation efforts in California. Bill Malugin reporting from Sacramento.
This is the first time we've seen Border Patrol do something like this. They came here to the capital of the sanctuary state of California, and they carried out an immigration enforcement operation. As soon as we pulled up to a local Home Depot out here, suspected illegal aliens started taking off running in all different directions pretty much as soon as they saw the federal agents. That led to several foot pursuits with agents chasing several of these men down. Border Patrol telling us they ended up arresting 11 illegal immigrants in this single Home Depot parking lot, several of whom had criminal histories and prior deportations.
The chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee says he is pleased that most of our NATO allies are paying a bigger share of their economies on national defense. Chad Groening has more.
NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte visited the White House this week in order to advance critical efforts in supporting Ukraine's defense against continued Russian aggression. Mississippi Republican Senator Roger Wicker chairs the Armed Services Committee.
I met with him twice, actually. And, of course, the good news is our NATO allies, particularly the ones in Europe, are very much trying to fulfill their goal now. We were having trouble during the Biden administration getting them to spend 2% of their economy on their contribution to national defense, and they've recently promised to do 5%. So it's a huge accomplishment by the Trump administration.
But Wicker called one of our NATO allies to task.
Our Canadian friends in NATO are not doing anywhere near what they should do, and so we need to work on them. But most countries are.
I'm Chad Groening.
As the branches of artificial intelligence extend increasingly over society, a new study is unveiling a concerning reality relative to teenagers' use of AI. Reed Ritter has more.
Speaking to Fox News Channel, Michael Robb, who is the head of research at Common Sense Media and the author of this study, revealed that a shocking 72% of teens are using AI for companionship.
There was a lot more teens using AI companions than I thought when we first started out on this research study. I thought, we'd just be getting kind of like a baseline. This is kind of a new technology. I didn't think it would be permeating across society.
What could the consequences of this be, one might ask?
The potential consequence of kids replacing human relationships with AI companions is that they don't get the opportunities to really develop the skills that they're going to need in the real world. And I think even though we're moving into a world where AI is obviously becoming much more predominant in people's lives and computers are becoming very dominant in people's lives, people skills are going to be really, really important. And what I would hate to see is that both that kids don't develop those skills and that in a quest to feel less lonely, they accidentally make themselves more lonely because they are more reliant on AI companions.
Rob also urged parents to be very mindful about their children's interactions with AI.
It's good to help your kid understand that these platforms are programmed to be agreeable and validating, which is not how real relationships work. Real friends sometimes disagree with us. They help us see things from other perspectives, and they can provide support in ways that AI simply cannot.
I'm Reed Ritter.
More news online at afn.net and on the AFN mobile app. I'm Rusty Pugh.
AFA Action takes attacks on the family seriously. The enemies of the family constantly employ new tactics to try to sneak past our radar. They know if we stand together, their evil plans will fail. Your gift to AFA Action allows us to stay vigilant against their onslaught. And if you give this month, you'll receive access to the Cultural Institute video When Your Faith is Illegal by Frank Harbor on AFA Stream as our thanks. You can make your gift today at afaaction.net.
This is Trivia Friday. The number to call with your question or your answer to a question is 888-589-8840. Now, back to more Trivia Friday.
Anchors away. That is the Anchors Away song, which is the United States Navy, what do you call it, a theme song?
Like their anthem or something?
Yeah, it's kind of like, I guess, an anthem. And John Philip Sousa wrote that. That's the one I was thinking. The name is not the one who wrote the one that. I don't know if that's the one who wrote that. She said it was Lieutenant some other name. Anyway,
Zimmerman or something.
Yeah, Zimmerman. I think that might have been it.
All right.
That was in honor of our last listener, her dad, and all of you who served in the Navy.
All right, you're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio, also known as Learning University. Learning University is on the air. Let's repeat our questions quickly, fellas, and then move on to our next call.
All right. The famous 1932 movie The Mummy, starring Boris Karloff, was inspired by the opening of the tomb of what Egyptian pharaoh? Second question, if you engage in sternutation, what are you doing? And then third question, on what continent will you find the Atlas Mountains?
Here's what I've got. In 2018, Judge Judy was the highest paid TV host. Is that true? That's our true and false question. Second question, Phoebe Ann Mosey changed her name after she became a famous Wild West sharpshooter. Which name do we know her by today? Third question, Miami, Florida sits on the bank of what bay? You know the song, Sitting on the dock of the bay,
yeah.
Watching Miami float away.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you have to do is just continue
that was the theme from Miami Vice.
Get to the second verse, and you'll know which bay it is. Okay. Ed wasn't going to join us.
I know which bay it is.
Singing.
It was bad enough already. I wasn't going to take
you know,
it even
You know
deeper.
the answer to that question? Is it this?
I don't think I do.
I don't think sitting on the dock of the bay has anything to do with it.
It?
Yeah, how did you know that?
I know everything about it.
You know everything about geography. You really do.
All right, so I have been there, by the way.
You missed a good chance to be a FedEx driver because you'd already know where to turn. You wouldn't need GPS or anything. I know where that is. It's on this interstate.
By the way, FedEx tried to deliver a package to your house. I got a text on this, and they just need to know your credit card number. Then they'll make a delivery.
Yeah, they'll deliver it.
All right, here are my two questions I have left. The most popular pets in the United States are dogs, followed by cats. And then number 5 is birds. What's the third? After dogs and cats, it's not birds. What's the third most popular pet in the U.S.? And number 2, chicken, beef, pork, and fish are like 95% or more of consumed meats in America. What's number 5? What's the 5th most consumed meat in America after chicken?
I got a good little marketing thing for them after we find out. They can say,
they can chicken, beef, pork, and fish.
Right. They can say, we're number 5. We try harder. And then just say, look, we're number 5. We try harder. We want to. What's for dinner? Get those license plates and everything, those tags for those trucks.
I hear you. All right, so we go back to the phone.
Well, let's go. I say we
Let's do it.
We're going to go to Illinois, and Chad is on the line. Chad, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can.
Hey, Chad, you need to put your seatbelt on.
He's playing He's playing the hurdy-gurdy.
Hurdy-gurdy?
Yes, I am.
Told
Hey,
you.
I missed the last question. What are some of the questions left? Can I ask that?
Yes, sir. By the way, what instrument were you playing there?
The air guitar.
Air guitar. I bet you're good.
Can you do an air
No, not
ukulele?
really.
Can you do an air ukulele?
No.
Okay, well.
It takes a lot of time and practice for that.
Okay, well.
We just reset our questions, Chad.
So we'll do it again for Chad.
All right, just for Chad.
I'm going to go fast, like speed read.
All right, the famous 1932 movie The Mummy was inspired by the opening of the tomb of what Egyptian pharaoh? Number 2, if you engage in sternutation, what are you doing? And third question, on what continent will you find the Atlas Mountains? That's what I have.
True or false, in 2018, Judge Judy was the highest paid TV host. Number 2, Phoebe Ann Mosey changed her name after she became a famous Wild West sharpshooter. What is her name? Third question, Miami, Florida sits on the bank of which bay?
All right, you know the answer to any of those, Chad?
And I'm not a horror film buff by any means, but wasn't the Tutankhamun's tomb the reason or the inspiration for the Mummy?
It was. It was King Tut, usually called King Tut, but King Tutankhamun. The tomb was opened in 1922, and the movie was made in 1932.
So he got it right.
Yeah, there were rumors that people died after that tomb was opened, and that kind of spun the yarn that it was a curse on the tomb, and that's how the writers came up with the idea for the Mummy. Good on you.
Nice,
Chad.
Well, I remember the picture that was online for a long time. It was an actual picture before they broke the seal to open the door.
Yeah,
it was a rope or something on there. So anyway,
a rope and a seal.
Yeah, not the animal seal.
But
not the
I
animal.
thought you were talking about the singer.
No. I wouldn't call that music.
No.
Okay.
Hey, well done, Chad.
I didn't call it music. I just said he was a singer.
Yes.
What's your question for us?
Making a moral judgment.
Well, this is probably
about it, guys.
Well, I'm Southern Baptist by heart, so I can do that.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This question's probably for Tim more than anybody else, but is it my impression that Tim is a Mississippi State football fan?
Yes.
It is your impression,
Yeah.
and it is accurate.
Across his lower back, he's got it. Well,
For better or for worse, Chad.
That's TMI.
You know,
well,
it's what God gave me. So I deal with it. You know. But, you know, the Bible says he won't put on you more than you can handle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he
So
put
anyway.
a lot of weight on me.
Yeah, no. Go ahead. So who do you pull for? What's your team?
Well, I used to live in Texas, but I live in Illinois now. So, I don't admit that a lot, but I do. And so I really don't have. I was a Sooners fan for a while, a Texas Longhorn fan, but now I'm going to be a Mississippi State fan, and that kind of plays into the question I was going to ask Tim, is because somebody asked something earlier about they said they were from Norman, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So my question is, if Tim knows, what wide receiver transferred in the portal from Oklahoma who's going to be number 0 for Mississippi State?
I know what you're talking about. You mean this season?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He just transferred in.
Yes, I know. And
he was
one of the.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he was one of the ones at the SEC Media Days.
Yes, he was. He was the one that one of the only ones that has never played before.
What's his name? Tell me what his name is, Chad. What is his name?
Brennan Thompson, number 0.
Brennan Thompson.
All right.
We're counting on him, man.
Yes,
paying him a lot of money.
Well, I went to school with his mom, and so I've been following him a lot, and he is an incredible player, super fast. He's going to be a lot, so I'm looking forward to watching him play.
Oh, wonderful.
Hey, Chad, a question of a more spiritual nature. No, seriously, I don't mean
College
this as
football is pretty spiritual, Ed. I don't appreciate you dissing that.
Certainly the way people treat it, yeah. Are there a lot of Southern Baptists in Illinois? I'm not dissing Illinois. I'm just wondering if there are a lot of Southern Baptists. You mentioned that you're Southern Baptist.
Only us that are transplants. So.
Oh, okay.
But you get Southern Illinois is the South, really.
Yeah.
It's
Salem, a lot of those towns there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chad.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah, brother
Appreciate
Chad. Appreciate you hearing from you. And he went to school with the wide receiver.
Mom. Yeah, that's a pretty cool connection. That's why he's in Illinois following Mississippi State.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You're listening to Trivia Friday on American Family Radio. Next call, Ed.
We're going to North Carolina.
Do this.
Randy is on the line. Randy, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks. Been on hold. I've been on hold so long I made it to the beach.
Oh, there you go.
Great.
You were traveling to the beach and you made it.
Good.
Yeah.
Which beach is that, Randy?
Carolina Beach.
Wonderful.
Carolina Beach. Is that so? There's a name. There's a particular beach named Carolina Beach, like Myrtle Beach, and.
Yes, sir.
Where is
Carolina
it?
Beach.
Where is it?
It's near Wilmington, near Wrightsville Beach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, Wilmington is beautiful.
North in North Carolina. All right.
North Carolina.
All right.
We're ready. Randy, ask, answer, or both?
I'll do both.
Okay. Which one do you want to answer? I should say.
I wanted the Liberty Bell. I wanted the hottest city, and I don't really know anything else. But I'll try the most consumed food in America.
Okay. Let me ask the question again, and you can answer it. I'm asking about what is the fifth most consumed meat in America. We have chicken, beef, pork, and fish. Those are the top four, and those dominate probably 90-95% of all consumption. However, there is a fifth meat that we're all familiar with that Americans consume. That would be the fifth most consumed meat in the U.S., and what is that, Randy?
I'm going to say turkey.
Turkey.
Wow,
Yep.
nice job,
And
buddy.
that's probably, for the most part,
I didn't
just
think
at
of turkey.
Thanksgiving. I mean, that in other words, that probably elevates
Yeah,
it
you're
to
right.
fifth place.
Thanksgiving, New Year, Christmas, but I will say this: a lot of people do eat turkey sandwiches.
I was gonna say,
true.
We eat a lot of turkey. Like, you get those little packs of turkey.
I didn't think about
some
that.
people think it's
Lunch meat.
healthier
Yeah.
than,
Yeah, it is
than
healthier.
ham, and some people think that it's healthier. Joe, you do?
Yeah, we do.
You documented
Sure.
this?
we got a graft on the refrigerator, and we just mark
I'm just
it.
telling you, JJ eats what Melvin tells him to eat.
I just don't. It doesn't. It's not as tasty though.
Well,
to me,
that's-
turkey's just bland as cardboard.
That's
just me.
That's
You
why
know,
I like.
we're all different.
I use a lot of
All got
hot
different
sauces.
taste buds. Hot
sauces will spice
Make
everything
cardboard
up.
taste good.
Yes.
Hey,
All right.
I've had
Good answer, Randy.
Thanks, buddy. Have a great
No,
weekend.
he's gotta ask
Oh,
us a
yeah.
question.
What's your question for us?
All right. My question is, since I'm in North Carolina going to the beach, I was going to ask a question about Wilbur and Orville Wright, the Wright brothers.
Yes.
So about 8 days before Christmas in 1903, they were first in flight. And my question is, how long were they airborne for?
This might be a JJ.
That was in Kitty Hawk Beach, right?
Kill Devil Hills.
Yeah, that was Kitty Hawk.
Yeah, Kitty Hawk, like Kill Devil Hills. There at Kitty
That's in
Hawk.
North Carolina. I mean, North Dakota, isn't it?
No, it's there at but it was only about a minute or even less. It wasn't a long flight at all, and I can't remember. I should remember.
Well, since under a minute, that should be a good answer.
We'll say under a minute.
That's correct. I'll take that. It was 12 seconds.
Yeah, that's under
12
a minute.
seconds. Wow.
12 seconds.
But it was flight.
That's a long way to drive to watch that, isn't it? If you were, you weren't driving.
Well,
I
here's
guess.
the thing.
Walking.
That doesn't sound like a long time, but whenever they did their press conference, they just had a bunch of bull riders in the audience, and so they were impressed.
13 seconds or whatever?
It was 12 seconds.
Hey, your Kill Devil Hills is in North Carolina. Yeah, you're saying there.
All right, buddy.
Wow, that's a
Thanks.
great question.
Yes,
That's a
sir.
great American question right there. You know, the Wright brothers were from Ohio, right?
bicycle makers, and their dad was a pastor. And their sister, 2 brothers and a sister, she never gets any props. She influenced them a lot.
So I just know that Ohio and North Carolina have both used the Wright brothers on their state tags.
Yes.
So they're from Ohio, but they did their flight experiment in North Carolina.
Here's a little fun fact. I've got a pilot's license on the back. On the front, it's got, date of birth, all that. On the back, it's got a picture, a real picture of Wilbur and Orville.
Okay, do you guys know, just quickly, and I'll just wrap this up, this question. So the question was chicken, beef, pork, and fish, and then turkey was number 5 most consumed meat in the U.S. Do you know what's 6?
I'd guess tuna.
I'm going to say Spam. It should have been higher up on the list, but I'm going with Spam. Just thinking about my relatives.
Spam, we don't know what Spam is. So I don't know what category.
Even the people who make it don't know.
We could fall into that.
It wouldn't be something like hot dogs or sausage.
So let's not gloss over the fact that Ed picked tuna.
Yeah.
Let's not gloss over.
When I said fish, was
all right.
What's number
turkey?
6?
Okay, you got chicken, beef, pork, fish, turkey, and then lamb.
Oh, that's what I had on here.
Did you have on there lamb?
Yeah, mutton. I put sheep.
Lamb. So lamb. All right.
Because that's a lot of like Eastern Orthodox eat a lot of lamb at Easter.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well,
growing up,
they're still
my mom's whole side of the family ate.
There's something.
Country, they eat a lot of lamb.
Yeah. There's some animals you just can't. We also have our list of animals we really don't like to think about eating, and a little lamb for me is I can't think about eating Mary's.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Mary's little lamb. I just can't get that out of my head.
So I was in Africa last week, and I know it's close to lunchtime. I'm sitting down with the 6th grade boys, and in the cafeteria, it was seaweed soup. And I'm looking at my seaweed soup and some other things, but I said, well, this is a first for me to eat some seaweed soup. And I said, now, I've eaten a lot of strange things. Go to wild game dinners. I've had elk and bear and barbecued raccoon. And the little guy sitting across from me, he said, you ever eaten a dog? And I said, no, absolutely not. And I said, have you? He said, sure. He's from South Korea. He said, and I said, oh, wow. I said, oh, that's a hard no for me, a hard pass. But I said, what's a dog taste like? With a twinkle in his eye, he said, chicken. Then the other little boy, he said, have you ever eaten horse? And I said, no, but I hear it's a delicacy in Europe. And I said, please tell me you haven't. And he said, oh, all the time. I said, well, where are you from? He said, Italy. And he said, and it's he said, it's delicious. So for the record, I'm not going to eat a horse. I'm not going to eat a dog. But there's people around the world that are doing that.
Well, they're wrong.
I don't want to smell their breath. And I don't want to be invited over to have a meal with them.
I will tell you that the last time I was at the Chinese restaurant.
Don't say it.
No.
My,
don't do it.
My little fortune cookie, the little fortune said that wasn't chicken. And I'm not sure what they meant by that, but
that wasn't chicken.
So
your fortune cookie. All right, Trivia Friday. Next call, Ed.
All right, let's go to Indiana. What do you say? And Richard is on the line. Richard, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Oh, hello. Hey, I want to answer the one about the Western shooter, but her first name was so hard I can't remember it.
Phoebe Ann Mosey changed her name after she became a legendary, famous Wild West sharpshooter. What do we know her by today, Richard?
Annie Oakley.
Annie Oakley. Annie Oakley's real name was Phoebe Ann Mosey.
Is she still alive?
Oh, no. No, that's been a long time ago.
She was back in Buffalo Bills days.
She did travel with.
It wasn't
Buffalo
like a
Bills.
gun accident or anything, was it?
I hope not.
What happened to her?
No, I don't. I think she just got food poisoning after eating a horse. Never mind.
But she
Last thing she was heard saying was, "I'm so hungry I could eat a horse."
She was on for many years with Dick Clark on on the Rockin' New Year's. It was Dick Clark and Annie Oakley. I just remember that.
She was on the Lawrence Welk show too.
Richard,
very talented.
Save us, Richard. Save us. What's your question for us?
Oh, I don't have a question. I was just surprised I got in.
Well, we're glad you did.
But I'm gonna be down at the Ark.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, that's with Wesley,
going
right?
to the Ark.
Tony.
Yeah, this fall.
Yeah, that's coming up. When is that? In October?
October.
Yeah, end of October.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Also,
going to be with
plug in for
Tim's
it, see.
son and Ed's son. They're going to be helping to lead that.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be a great time. They always they do that annually. I think they go to the Ark in Answers in Genesis, and then they do an event, and they have everything scheduled with bus to go to the Ark to the Creation Museum.
Right.
Well,
And
they get some of the speakers. They get the Ken
speakers
Hams that the regular folks don't get because all this is scheduled.
Yeah. All right. Well, have a great time there,
Thanks,
Richard.
buddy.
Appreciate you calling, my friend. And we got time.
Congratulations
We
on
got
getting
time for
in.
another call.
All right, let's go to Arkansas. And Ben is on the line. Ben, welcome to Trivia Friday.
Thank you. I'm glad. I'm grateful. I'm finally the last question.
Well, Ben, we've been waiting on you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. I would like to take the question about the third most common pet.
Here we go.
Okay. By the way, where do you live in Arkansas, Ben?
I live in Pine Bluff. It's about an hour south of Little Rock.
Oh yeah, on the interstate on 30. Was that 30? What
Are you backing up
5:30,
in
yeah.
Walmart? What's that noise?
Oh, no, I had the door open.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I know where Pine Bluff is. Anyway, here we go. The question is, if Ben's going to answer, after dogs and cats, what is the third most popular pet category in the U.S.?
I would guess fish.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wow.
And in particular, freshwater fish. They do have this broken down.
Yeah.
Fresh, so aquarium.
Like goldfish and betas.
How'd you know that? Yeah. How'd you know that, Ben?
Well, I mean, we have fish, and I assume like everybody, like that can't afford a dog or a cat or something, usually probably has some type of fish, even if it's like just one beta fish. And so, I mean, as soon as you guys said that, I was just like, fish.
Yeah.
It's got to be fish.
So people have an aquarium with one lonely beta fish.
Well, betas, if they're males, they'll fight. They'll kill each other.
Yeah.
If it's betas, and nobody knows how to tell the difference between males and females.
So you knowingly put two betas in the same?
Well,
is this
I
like
have.
MMA
My
or
wife
something?
won't let me do it anymore, but
like a death match among fish. You enjoy that?
No, of course not.
So Ben,
I'm not sick.
Knowing that people have dogs and have cats, and you have a fish, do you take the tank when you take it for a walk? Do you just cradle it in your arms and take the fish tank and just walk up and down the sidewalk?
Yeah. In other words, how do you bond with a?
That's exactly.
All right. Does he have a question?
Yeah, fire away.
for us?
What's your question for us?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
I would. My question is, how many commandments did God give in the Bible, in the entire Bible?
Oh man, you talking about like all the old, like all the
in the whole Bible?
Oh no. Like there were like in the Bible, how many commandments like did He say? Like the first 10. Were there any more? How many?
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, Ben, we are almost out of time, so I think you're going to have to give us an answer on this one. Otherwise, we'll stumble around. What's the answer? How many commandments?
He actually gave 11. There was actually, Jesus said, I think in John, another commandment I give unto you, treat your neighbor as yourself.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks,
All right,
buddy.
thank you, Ben.
you for listening to AFR.
All right. If you engage in sternutation, what are you doing, guys? You know?
It's hiccups.
Sneezing. Sneezing. And on what continent will you find the Atlas Mountains? You guys know? You're just there.
Oh,
Africa.
2018 Judge Judy, highest paid TV
I'm going to
host.
say yes.
100% true. $147 million.
A year? That year?
That year, but she only made $47 million, but she got $100 million by selling the episodes of Judge Judy.
Oh.
She made $147. Ellen was second with $85 million. Miami, Florida sits on the bank of what bay, Tim?
Biscayne.
Biscayne Bay.
The Biscayne Bay.
You have any left?
No, I don't. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here Monday.